What it do, YouTube? It's your boy Reach Money TV, and I'm back with another video, man. I hope this video finds you in good health and good wealth. Let's continue on with this video, man. What it do, YouTube, man? Today, man, we talking about a good topic. Today, we talking about what changed my self-confidence at the age of 27. At the age of 27, I learned a lot. You know what I'm saying? I learned a whole lot, especially this year. This year taught me a lot of patience, and it taught me a lot of ground movement and a lot of self-reflection in this year alone. You know what I'm saying? So what I learned at the age of 27 is you gotta understand, you gotta hold yourself accountable with a lot of things. You gotta hold yourself accountable with where you go. Every move that you make in order to be successful, in order to be where you wanna be, is punctual. Like, you gotta plan every step. Everything has to be tracked. Everything has to be monitored within you. And those things that you're monitoring has to have an end goal. Whether it's an end goal of a success or end goal of a time stamp or where you want things to be completed, or even like micromanaging your day-to-day life. That is important in order for you to be successful. You know what I'm saying? You gotta create your own system in your life to where it works for you. You know what I'm saying? Make your system work. Create your own system to where you're uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? And then as you gradually get through the system, throughout the days, throughout the weeks, throughout the years, increase that habit, or increase it. Like, let's say if you want to read, if you challenge yourself to read, if you challenge yourself to wake up at 7 in the morning to work out, and you get accustomed to that system, after a while, make that time be 20 pages a week or a day, or make that time stamp be waking up at 5 in the morning to hit the gym. Always improve, always get yourself in an uncomfortable situation, because the harder you work, the more successful you are, the more close you're going to be to that man or that woman that you want to be in life. It takes a lot of hard work, but it takes a lot of consistency. But that is the key of everything, you know. Keep that shit going, keep your mind in the right place, and keep trusting your system. You know what I'm saying? Trust the process. That's something that they say in Philly, and that's a real good, true statement, because trusting your process and believing in your system is the key within times when you're depressed or times when you don't feel like it. Because at the end of the day, your emotions are going to go up and down. Days you're going to feel like it, days you're going to be motivated, days you don't want to be motivated, and days you do feel like it. You know what I'm saying? But even those dark days and those times when you feel like you can't do it or don't want to do it, you trust that system, because that's what's going to work. You know what I'm saying? You got to understand, a lot of people are not going to do this. So you got to set yourself up. You got to set yourself up, man. Set yourself up for the future, bro, and set yourself out from the next person. If you set yourself out from the next person, you're gonna win every time. They don't want to do that. They don't want to wake up early. They don't want to read books. They don't want to elevate themselves. They don't want to read up on the next chapter of their life. They don't want to push themselves in ways where they're not comfortable no more. The average person gonna take the easy route. The average person gonna be okay with waking up and going to the gym, or waking up and just going to their job and going home, playing the game, or being on TikTok all day. That's the average person. They're not gonna take time to study up on something, try and get themselves in rooms and try to read books and try and elevate their mind, get closer to God. But that's where it's you. That's where your uniqueness come out. That's where your time and your light in the world is gonna shine. Because now, while you moving and operating in those type of areas and that type of frequency, you gonna win every time. They're gonna pick you every time, because it's not about how fast you get it. It's about the consistency. It's about moving at a steady pace, because the more you move at a steady pace, you're gonna gradually get everything, just like the snowball effect. You know what I'm saying? You start off with a small snowball and roll it down the hill. That's you moving at a slow pace. As it gets lower and lower and lower, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and gets more knowledge, and it gets more knowledge, and it gets better, and it gets stronger. That's how you gotta think with yourself. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna start small, alone, you know? And then while you keep grinding, while you keep working, while you keep pushing towards and pushing through trials, tribulations, times when you don't want to do it, people that you around that you cut off, or habits that you just cut off. Eventually you're gonna be that big, strong, or big, successful person that you always wanted to be, and that's gonna be more of a reward than the small parties or the small times when you want to kick it, drink with people on the side. That's just temporary, or that's just something that you can do anytime. But being that person that you want to be, being successful, having the money that you always wanted to have, I'm telling you, that's going to be way more rewarding than trying to sneak off and let me get a beer, let me get a drink, let me go to the club. I'm telling you. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta have that mindset, man. Have that mindset to change. Have that mindset to switch over and switch gears and change gears. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, be patient with it. You know, start off small, track your small wins, and that's gonna build confidence in yourself. You're gonna be confident in what you do, because as you see you checking off everything daily, you're gonna be like, dang, I'm doing this, I'm doing this, I'm doing this. And then eventually you're gonna see yourself separate. You're gonna see your mind separate from people when you have conversations with them. And then you're gonna be proud of yourself because you came from day 1 to day, let's say 30. You're gonna be a whole different person, better, smarter, stronger, more money. But that's all it takes, man. You gotta understand that it takes that time, it takes that leap of faith. You know what I'm saying? It takes that sacrifice. Sacrifice yourself in order to be who you want to be. You know what I'm saying? Sacrifice the now so you can be comfortable in the future. You know what I'm saying? It's cool. It's cool to work hard now while you're young, while you got your legs, while you can move, being mobile. It's cool. Sacrifice it now so you, when you're 40, 50 years old, or even if you've been hustling, 30, 50, whatever, you're going to be comfortable. Then you can do all what you want to do. Then you can have a drink or two. Then you can go out and kick it. You know? But right now is the pivotal moment. Right now is the most important moments of your life, because this is like the structure and how you're going to live in the future. If you fucking off now, you ain't going to have no structure, and then you're going to be playing catch up when you older. You can't do that, bro. It's not all, like I said, don't fit in with the crowd. Don't try and, it's cool to kick it sometimes, but not all the time. It's cool to spend some money on yourself sometimes, but not all the time. Don't make that a habit. The main thing is micromanage how you live your life. Micromanage how you spend your money, because if you do that, then you can track this, then you can track that, then you can understand, okay, I got a little wiggle room to do this. But if you're not doing that, you're going to overspend, you're going to overstep or overcome out your budget, and now you're back at square one again and again and again, and it's going to be a cycle to where you're going to be like, damn, what the fuck I've been doing? It's already June, and I'm still at square one in January. I'm still in the same position as I was in January. Get out of that mindset, man. Put yourself in positions to win, and understand that it's going to be a lonely road. It's going to start off with yourself, and it's okay. Push through that. It's going to be times when you're lonely. It's going to be times when you know, don't got nobody on the same mindset or on the same journey as you. But you got to understand, you was born in this world on your own. You was born in this world on your own. You had your own mission. You got your own discipline, self-discipline drive. You know, not everybody's going to understand you, but that's okay. You don't need everybody to understand you. As long as you got a small circle, or as long as you write a letter to yourself, a letter before you start your journey, write a letter to yourself or who you are and where you want to be. So them times when you feel lonely, when you feel depressed, or when you feel like, damn, I'm the only one, read that motivation or read that letter that's going to snap you back out of it, that's going to get you out of that drifting mindset, and then you're going to be able to keep going, moving forward, bro. You know what I'm saying? We all about elevation over here, man. We all about grinding, man. We all about getting to it, getting right, getting money, and getting ourselves closer to God. So with that being said, every video I'm connecting it with God, you know, within Christ. Within God, we live righteously. Within God, we're going to live in an abundance lifestyle, in an abundance mindset, and in an abundance way of living. You got to understand, you got to trust Him. Trust the process. Like I said, if the process is already written in God's eyes. He already has a book made for you. But it takes you to walk that pavement. It takes you to walk in the leap of faith. He can show you within a vision, within a dream, within something that you hear, within a message, or somebody that giving you advice. He can show you, but it's up to you to intake it and apply it. Get into that moment, get into yourself, and understand you gotta listen. Listen. A lot of the average people don't listen. A lot of people don't listen to what they got going on. So you gotta understand that it's all it's gonna take is for you to open your eyes and open your ears, because the gems are dropping. You just gotta see it. You just gotta hear it. You just gotta apply it. That being said, I hope this video finds you in good health and good wealth, and I'm out.